At Epcot, the World Showcase of 11 different nations has always been a big favorite. For the Millennium celebration, the showcase has been expanded by more than 25 countries in a popular new attraction called Millennium Village. Over 200 ambassadors from around the world have joined to represent their countries in what has become a global celebration under one roof.
On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America.
I'm Terry Dobson, and welcome to Millennium Village.
From the global village, in the age of communication.
The Millennium Village is about gifts to the world. And what I mean by that is it's a very simple metaphor for all the wonderful aspects and facets of world culture. That's what we're bringing together in this pavilion and sharing those different gifts with our guests and celebrating the diversity. Right now, we're looking at probably around 50 countries as being part of this.
Come on down to the party. Come on, action.
Each of the countries that participate here, they have a message that we tell, and those messages are brought together in a way that guests can experience them. It's not about just reading or about watching something, it's about experiencing it.
Brazil's gifts to the world, the diversity of the land and the diversity of the people. Well, here we have a game show that you control the action on the screen with the colors of the paddle.
What you find there is a very amusing soccer game where we bring to life the jungle characters from the Amazon rainforest, and the whole audience gets to play together.
Football is played everywhere in Brazil. You might be surprised who we're going to find playing.
Most of our activities here, what we focus on, are about social interaction. We look to find ways to bring the family together, and what activities and what experiences are more fun to do with others than to do alone, because it's about sharing, it's about togetherness.
This is the Scottish exhibit. What we do here, this is all about different inventions and inventors that have come from Scotland. When the guest comes in, they're going to play around here, 15 holes of golf. We're using the most famous invention of Scotland, which is golf, to show you the rest of them. This is the technology section, and this is telling you a lot about different technological advances Scotland has given the world. These are the first colour photograph, the single chip video camera, the blue laser, and of course, the last one here is the first television transmission, which was made by John Logie Baird in 1929. In the middle, this is depictions of different Scottish landscapes, and when the ball goes in, it's luminous. It's going to go all the way up to the top, come back down through the countryside and show you the different inventors, and of course the Loch Ness Monster. This is all about different inventions Scotland has bring from medicine. For example, you will see over here anaesthesia, penicillin, ultrasound and advanced MRI, but this one here is Dolly, the first cloned mammal. So for us to come over here and get the chance to say to any guest that comes through here, you know, this is Scotland, it's not just kilts and, you know, castles and tartan, it's a lot more than that, and that's something that, you know, it swells my heart with pride when I do that every day.
We have a wonderful team, a very talented team that can come together to make this, and I think the pride of ownership throughout is something that every day I remind myself that it takes a team, a great team, to make a village.
I like Sweden. I think that's very good for the kids.
Mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist you?
Sweden's gift to the world is the future, so the future is inside of you. In Sweden you can find the 4 seasons of our country. It's because a lot of people don't know that we actually have 4 seasons. They think we're covered in ice, it's winter all the time, which is not the truth. We wanted to show by high technology that we actually could make you experience a season inside of a big object that looks like an egg. The egg is actually just an eye-catching design. So the guys behind the eggs, they thought, if we make them as a funny-looking object, people would think, I would like to go up there and see what's in there. We call it our communication wall, and we have a lot of touch screens, so you can spend a lot of time going through the touch screen and reading all this information. We just wanted to show you all these different kind of Swedish people.
These are countries, everybody has heard of Brazil, or of Scotland, or Saudi Arabia, or Israel. Not many people have heard of Eritrea, this tiny new country on the northeast coast of Africa on the Red Sea.
I'm very impressed by Eritrea. It's a new country, and I didn't know much about them except from they've been in war for a long time. But now they're their own country. They have 9 ethnic groups there, and they're talking, in this village, they're talking about their coffee tradition.
This is the gift of hospitality. In my country, we have a gift of hospitality. That is, when people come to my home, I have to ask them for a coffee because it's a friendly welcome in my country. To make the whole process in my country, practically, it takes me more than 1 hour. But when I ask you for a coffee, it's not only that I want you to drink 3 cups of coffee, I want you to spend some time with me because it's a social time. In here, when you see with different kinds of people, with different culture.
We have over 200 ambassadors that work in the pavilion. Those are the genuine article. When you meet them and you can speak to them and ask your questions firsthand, that's a texture of experience that we don't really offer in any of our other parks, and that's what makes Epcot unique, and that's what makes Millennium Village very unique.
Millennium Village was very exciting. Learned a little bit about each of the countries.
It was a nice addition to begin to get a better understanding of some of the other countries other than the normal ones that are represented here.
We like all the different countries and learning about different people from different countries around the world, how we're the same and all the ways we're different.
We need to acknowledge how valuable every culture is and how valuable those gifts are of culture that these countries around the world preserve and continue to honor and cherish into the next millennium.